Hello and welcome everyone to episode 14 of Project Tech Gaming. I'm your host for this week, Kelvin and Rob, and I'm here alongside co-host Robert Garcia.
What's going on, Kelvin?
It's going, man. It's going. It's a rainy day today, and I'm excited to do this podcast. It's ugly, right?
Day.
It's pretty bad outside. But I enjoy these days. One, because you get to if you're not working somewhere else, but if you're staying from home, you're just kind of relaxing at home, you're just kind of watching a movie. Like this reminds me of days to just kind of relax, chill, and just kind of watch a movie.
Take a step back, just
take a step
relax.
Back. Exactly.
I know we got a busy episode today, but
you do, but we can shoot the shit. Fuck it.
So I don't know if you saw I think it was yesterday. Game of Thrones tweeted that winter is coming. What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. That is funny that you said that because I saw that. I didn't see that yesterday. I saw that earlier today, this morning. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what does that mean? I know they were doing a spinoff to Game of Thrones, right? I heard rumors about that.
Well, I know there was an anniversary of Game of Thrones or something like that they were saying. But do you think a spinoff is happening? Do you think they're bringing the show back?
I don't think they're bringing the core show back, but I'm pretty sure a spinoff of some kind will happen for sure. I think that show was way too popular for them to just kind of let it
just
go,
drop
especially with the way it ended. It was very lukewarm in that sense. So I'm pretty sure some type of spinoff is coming.
Can you imagine?
But that's exciting though.
Can you imagine if Game of Thrones happened during like COVID, as far they were shooting and stuff like that, how many more people would watch that show?
Oh man, it would be
because remember Tiger King was the big thing during COVID. That was
you're right,
and that was shitty.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was bad.
That's a very good point. I would love to do an experiment of just throwing random things during a pandemic and just see how they blow up or not. Just random stuff. Game of Thrones, for example. I just want to see how big that would be in a pandemic, or anything, any type of game that you would think that would not really do well or be received well to the general public. Just throw them in a pandemic and see how well they'll go.
Yeah, any inside thing, like watching TV or playing games, right, or board games, that kind of stuff. So. For sure. I know we got a busy one, so I think we should move on, right?
Yeah, let's get going. So topics for this week include Sony refocus on blockbuster titles and not indies may cause lukewarm receptions from the industry. Elon Musk got a monkey to play Pong with its mind. I can't wait for that one. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Alloy arrives in Fortnite. Aloy, I should say Aloy.
It's Aloy or Alloy?
It's Aloy. It's Aloy.
Aloy.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know why I said Alloy. Nintendo unveils new blue Nintendo Switch Lite, and new PS5 updates include improvements to the HDR and 120 hertz support. Before we get into the topics, though, Rob, let's get into Game of the Week. Game of the Week is our recurring segment on our podcast, and it's basically us, the co-hosts, talking about games that they've played before or they just started playing, and they talk about the general reception of it. They give their idea of what the game is, and if they liked it or not, and we just talk about games and enjoy the time that we do. Rob, this was your week for Game of the Week. What did you play?
I played Devil May Cry 5.
Yes. Yes, that's it.
That's it. You should read my notes on that game. It's actually pretty funny.
So tell me, Rob, I know you're not a huge Devil May Cry fan. So tell me, how did you really enjoy this game?
So just so everyone knows, Devil May Cry 5, Devil May Cry, the series in general, is on my top 5 games of all time for me. I've played the series since Devil May Cry 1, and I would say Devil May Cry 5 is probably the best one yet, in my opinion. I think it's.
You think so?
I think that it's the best.
Better than 3.
They come neck and neck, right? I think 3's story was a little better, but the gameplay is insane in 5. So
okay. So what did you play? What in the Game of the Week did you play?
So I'll go and say Devil May Cry. And people don't know what Devil May Cry is. It's an action adventure game. You basically are a character named Dante. And you play as other characters too. There's Nero, there's V, There's Virgil and stuff like that. So there's multiple characters to play from. But the story revolves around Dante, and he's a demon slayer. So he's half a demon himself, half human, half demon, and he's basically a devil hunter. His job is to just hunt down demons. He's to
kill some of his people, half of his people.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Just
did they ever explain why they want, like, Dante is on that verge to killing like demons? Like, how did that all start? Do you know?
So his dad is a demon. He's like one of the strongest like demons in hell, I guess, right? His name's Sparta. Cool name. Mm-hmm. But he was able to assume like a human form, which was kind of like weird. But when he was younger, when he was a kid, demons came to his house and killed his family. So that's why he has a bone to pick with demons. That's why he became a devil hunter, because he's like, you killed my family. So
that's weird. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I know the big draw of this game is the fighting. The art style is cool, but the fighting is what really grabs people because it's so unique, and it's pretty much the staple in this type of fighting, in this type of game, right? Like Devil May Cry basically made this type of like, fast action pace, like over the top, keeping score of your like cool
your combos,
moves,
your combos and stuff like that.
Like that was kind of like basically done by Devil May Cry originally, I think.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with Devil May Cry, right? Is like they have a ranking system for how well you did the level. Mm-hmm. Like at each, it's like the way they do the levels is very like old school. It's like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 mission.
Very old school. Even when I first played Devil May Cry, I'm like, this is old school. This is like, you before you get into the level, you can buy whatever you want, and then you kind of progress into the level, and so on and so forth. So it's very interesting how they have the layout.
Do you prefer that, or would you rather it just be like an ongoing thing? Like you just go to, it's not really like a mission style, because again, it's like mission 1, mission 2. I like it. I like that it's like it kind of retains.
I think that was, you know me. I've played Devil May Cry mainly because of you, right? So I've kind of gotten into that genre because of you, and I think one of my least favorite things about the game is that, I think. One being the combos. I'm not a heavy combo person, so I don't like when people time me in a video game.
You never time though. You're not timed.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying. I don't, games that time you, or games that cause you to like try to make the biggest combos or the longest combos. That just doesn't suit me for some reason. It's cool the way they do it. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy it, but those kind of like, bring down the notch of like excitement and fun and all that stuff. So as far as like buying stuff and purchasing stuff beforehand, it's cool. I don't see why they wouldn't add that during the game. Like why is it?
You can. Like there is a shop like before you face a boss or something, they'll put a shop there for you.
That's true.
So, but it's very, again, like you said, it's very old school. The way you buy your attacks, the way that the mission layouts are put. So.
For sure. I'm very fond of Devil May Cry. I do enjoy it. I think my favorite one for me would probably be Devil May Cry 4.
Really?
And, yeah.
But I feel like Devil May Cry 5 is so much better than Devil May Cry.
No. That's right up there though. I think it goes 4, 5, and 3 for me. 2, I don't count. 1, I barely played. So 4 was just fun because I don't know. That game had a lot of like cool cutscenes, and I think that was,
that's the thing.
Like the cutscenes were dope as hell, and that's what I really remember when I played that game. And Nero, right? That's his name, Nero.
Yeah,
he was dope as hell. I liked his concept and his kind of like his
arm,
his, demon arm and all that
Devil
stuff.
Bringer, yeah,
Devil Bringer.
Yeah, I mean that's what I like about the story and the way they do like the cutscenes and stuff. It's very like anime-esque, right?
Yes,
I would say
100%.
like the way. I mean, obviously it's not anime style, like the way it looks, but I like the way they do like the high octane. It's over the top, exactly. Like there's one scene where Dante's riding a freaking rocket, like it's flying around.
It's great. I love the game for what it does. Like I know you love this game like to the top, to the max.
Yeah.
So you obviously, I'm not even gonna ask you the thumbs up thing. I know you're gonna thumb that shit up way high. But
if I had double fingers, I would put it up more. But
double fingers.
Double fingers.
So do you think Capcom is in like right now? Do you think Capcom is making Devil May Cry 6, or at least
Yeah.
kind of like throwing out ideas for Devil May Cry 6?
I think the community is so strong for that game that always getting it's always positive reactions with that game, especially after this one. This one they kind of hit the nail on the head with what the fans wanted. And the fans always want more, right? They always want more Devil May Cry. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's neat right now though, if you want to play like the absolute best version of Devil May Cry 5, if you have a PS5 or Xbox, you can get the Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, which has ray tracing on it, which is pretty sick, and it runs at 120 hertz frames per second.
So what did you play it on? PC?
I just played on PC. So, but it's, it takes advantage of that HDR. If you have HDR TV, it's going to look better on PS5. 100%. Sure. So, and you play as Virgil. You get to play as Dante's brother, twin brother, Virgil, which is what my game of the week is. I play as Virgil, and you can watch that, and I have a lot of fun.
Yeah, so please, guys, if you want to watch Rob play Devil May Cry 5 to the fullest, there's a video out now, Game of the Week, every Wednesdays at 12 p.m., so check that out. Any final thoughts on Game of the Week on Devil May Cry 5?
No, I like I said, if you guys want an action game that's simple, it's just, and you like that like anime style of like high octane, this is the game for you. So
for sure. Yeah, so let's get started with the topics, Rob. Actually, you know what? Before we get into the topics, I just want to say, folks, if you guys want to support us and just help us out with our channel, give us a like, subscribe. It'll truly help us, and just watch some of our videos. And if you enjoy it, just kind of keep following us on social media. We really appreciate it, and we want to make this channel as to the best of our ability. So if you guys want to help us, we need that support. So thank you.
Yeah.
Moving on to sorry.
I was gonna say no. I was just like, yeah. And if there's anything you guys want to see from us that you want us to talk about or make a video on, let us know. Mm-hmm. Reach out to DMS. Comment on YouTube, and we'll do it. So
absolutely. Yep. So topic number 1. Let's get started. This is gonna be a hefty one. So Sony's refocus on blockbuster titles and not indies may cause lukewarm receptions from the industry. So this is from Bloomberg. I highly, highly recommend, if you're interested in this, to go to Bloomberg.com and check out the full article, because it is a lot. We paraphrase this until as small as I could possibly do it, but there is a lot in that title and in that article that you need to kind of digest, and I obviously could not put it into a whole, podcast. So please look at that article. It's great. So basically, I'm going to read a couple of stuff that I added here. In 2007, Michael Momber put together a team of about 30 developers internally and from neighboring studios to form a new team with Sony. The team began working on a remake of 2013's The Last of Us for PS5. However, Sony never acknowledged the team by not having the funds and support the new studio needed to succeed. They never even received the name for themselves. Sony rearranged the team and gave ownership to The Last of Us remake to Naughty Dog, the Sony-owned studio. The team disbanded, according to 8 people familiar with the studio, and many have left Sony entirely. So this is a quote from the Bloomberg.com. The Japanese conglomerate owns about a dozen studios across the world as part of its PlayStation Studio label. But in recent years, it has prioritized games made by its most successful developers. Studios such as Santa Monica, California-based Naughty Dog, and Amsterdam-based Guerrilla Games spend tens of millions of dollars to make games with expectations that the investment will pay off exponentially. Meanwhile, Microsoft is taking the opposite approach, right, Rob? And it's focusing on studios from a wide range of talent and size, and especially with Game Pass. You see Game Pass all the time. It has a bunch of like indie titles. It has a bunch of AAA titles, especially day one. So it's like a completely different take from what Sony is doing. So Sony's change and focus has given users less choice in games and to allow for higher turnover sales and less choices for users. So just last week, Sony reorganizes a develop team in Japan, resulting in mass departure of developers who worked on games such as Gravity Rush and Everybody's Golf. There's a lot to pack in to unpack here. And right. I think I want to first start off with The Last of Us remake.
So let me get this straight because it's kind of hard to follow that whole. It was a lot, right?
It is.
So 2007, this guy, Michael Mumbire, put together a team of 30 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
About 30 developers. Like not 30 people, 30 different studios,
30,
right?
Exactly, yeah. 30 developers and made them into one studio.
Okay. That was back in 2007. But then this is where it gets confusing. The team began working on 2013 The Last of Us remake for PS5.
Yes. So they weren't working obviously on The Last of Us in 2007. They were made in 2000. They were made in 2007, and then in 2013, and then they were starting to make the Last of Us remake for PS5 like around this time.
They were making. They were starting the Last. When did Last of Us come out? The game itself.
2013.
And they were going to already make the remake of 2013. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that's what's confusing. They were going to make a remake of The Last of Us, of a game that just came out for the next generation of console that's not even out yet?
Essentially. No. Wait, what?
It says right there. Team began working on the remake of 2013's The Last of Us for PS5.
Yes. So the 2013 game, The Last of Us, they are making a remake for it for PS5. So The Last of Us came out in 2013.
For PS3.
And now for PS3. And now this team was making a remake, entirely a complete remake for that game for PS5. Recently. It was a recent thing that they were trying to do. That still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a very weird, but basically they were trying to make a remake of a game that already came out.
Yes. 2013's Last of Us. You played it, I played it. They were what's strange to me is that they are Sony's so quick to make a remake of a game that isn't really that old. It is, but not really. It's probably like 8 years old or so or something like that. And then for them to actually start making a remake for a game like this, I just find it very odd. And like, do we really need The Last of Us remake?
I don't think so. They just came out with the remaster for PS4 not that long ago.
Exactly. That's another fair point.
That's the thing that these companies and these movies and movies are doing it too. Is like they're just constantly just taking an old thing. Let's keep redoing it. Let's redo it. Let's redo it. Let's redo it. Let's redo it.
It makes sense from a business standpoint, I guess.
Because it's like people don't want to see the same. It's a moneymaker. It's a money grab, right?
If you play The Last of Us right now, the original PS3 version, it's kind of clunky, I would say. Like if you play it right now, the graphics still hold up, but I don't think the gameplay does. I think the gameplay is a little kind of stiff in that nature, but I don't think it still needs an entire remake. You know what I mean? No. I think the reason why they're doing this is probably because of it said it right there in the article itself. They are planning on making a HBO series out of The Last of Us. So if they're trying to make the remake for The Last of Us and then kind of pair it with the show, the series that's coming out, I think that's what probably makes the most sense. I just don't think it makes sense to us consumers and users as a fan base, you know. So it's very interesting that they went that route, and especially to kind of disband this team, because I'm not sure why they made them to begin with to then start making on the remake. I guess they had back and forths on it and they didn't really come to a complete agreement, and Sony just kind of like pushed them to the side and then gave their remake title or the remake project back to Naughty Dog. So now Naughty Dog, instead of working on a new title, instead of working on, you know, the new Uncharted or another like Last of Us game,
a new IP or something, you know,
a new IP, they're just kind of making, based off of this article, they're making the Last of Us remake. kind of wasted time potential. Like, you know what I mean?
It's gonna
Like, I
be
feel
good.
like it's a
It's still
little.
gonna be good, but it's like,
Oh, for sure.
do we
I'm gonna
need it?
probably play it. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, so this says remake. So for me, this means to me that they're overhauling the gameplay. I think, right? Like they're not gonna just kind of put a nice fresh paint of coat or coat of paint on it, right? Like it's just gonna be more of kind of tweaking the gameplay and maybe adding a little bit of what The Last of Us 2 had with gameplay and stealth and adding it to The Last of Us 1.
Maybe.
What do you think?
I mean, give me Metal Gear Solid remake.
Give me Metal Gear Solid gameplay on The Last of Us, and that'd be dope too, you know.
But
Yeah, so this is to me. I mean, for me, I find all this super interesting. Like, I love knowing what goes behind the scenes of like video game development, and like I wish I was like a fly on the wall and just hear all these like the conferences and the debacle and the back and forth of like what they're doing and what they don't want. Like those things to me intrigue me because this is how we get to whatever we have in our hands at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, it just sounds like Sony is more taking like the movie, the blockbuster side of things. Blockbuster, not like obviously like the
Yeah, like the AAA titles.
yeah, like AAA, yeah, you know what I mean, like that. Like they want to be like the Marvel of video games. You know what I mean? Like that's. I feel like that's what they kinda want.
Essentially, yeah. Do I think that's a bad thing though? Not really, because I know Sony's titles hold up well, and they have a they have a high bar, right? But they're also kind of pushing away smaller titles, and it's kind of like you kind of need a balance, right? Meanwhile, Microsoft is doing the opposite, where they have a balance. It looks like, and they're gaining more of the AAA side. They already have the indie side to it. So I think they just overall, again, this just kind of looks like for Microsoft, looks like they're like the good guys, you know?
Yeah, here's the thing about Sony that is kind of, I think they're stepping in the wrong direction with this, is that not every person, not every gamer is a AAA gamer. Right? Like not everyone cares about like the newest God of War. Not everyone cares about the newest Spider-Man that's coming out, or the give me another AAA, another PS Sony's title that's like super
Fucking
hot.
dope.
Uncharted. There we go. Like
okay, cool. Yeah.
not that doesn't really, not everyone is into that. You know, like there's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but there's people that don't really, you know, they would want a more wide variety of stuff to play through, right?
Yeah.
Xbox is giving people that option. You want AAA? We got some AAAs. We don't have as many AAAs and exclusives as Sony's does, but we have it. You want to play an indie? Go and play an indie game. We have a ton of indie developers. You know what I mean? So Xbox is catering to everyone, where PS5 is kind of putting themselves into its own little box.
Yeah, and I think that
Xbox.
I hate you. Yeah, and I think it does have to do with management, because over the years you started noticing that Sony started losing the face of PlayStation. There was a lot of like Jack Tretton was one of like the faces of PlayStation. You had a couple people that you can kind of, you can kind of like right now you can kind of relate to Microsoft, right? Because you have Phil Spencer, and he's awesome. Like he talks to you, he posts on Twitter, and he kind of like, he's a down to earth type of guy. I don't think you have that on Sony's side. So because of the shift right now, and I think it happens, this is like a normal thing to happen, right? Because like even in the article it talks about dismantling a Japanese studio because they don't want to focus on just Japanese titles, right? And these are people that made like Gravity Rush and Everyone's Golf. Like they're pretty, known titles. So I think Sony's just going through some restructuring right now, and it's gonna probably take a couple months, years for them to kind of go back to where they used to be. But I don't see this as a negative thing. I just think that this is just a change and shift, and I think that it could ultimately be pretty good for them if they want to be the Marvel of games. Like, have at it. Like, it's great. They just have to remember that there has to be a balance
Yeah, you
both.
got to remember that they're gonna have there's competition too. They're not the only.
For sure.
It's not like because like Marvel is Marvel, right? It's just them. They got DC, but that's
Yeah.
you know. But like
I mean, and Marvel's dabbling with like they have their movie side, right? But they also now they're starting with the shows.
Yeah.
And I think Sony's kind of doing like, they have their AAA games, and now they're actually adding shows too, or movies, and now they're adding Last of Us HBO series. So they're dabbling with a few things that they're just probably trying out and seeing how it goes. But I don't think this is a negative thing per se. I just think that it's again, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths because it's different. It's just a change.
Yeah, we just need to keep an eye on it and see how it develops,
For sure. Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, do you think, how does the future hold for Sony? Like, what do you think this is going to mean for Sony in the future? Or do you think this is just like nothing? Like, it's not going to change anything at all?
I don't think the normal person is going to notice.
No, for sure. No. People like us will notice, right? Because we're so in tune with the gaming scope.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody outside of like our friends will notice at all.
Yeah, we'll just have to see.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we just have to see how Sony delivers.
Cool. Yeah. Topic number 2, though. Elon Musk Neuralink got a monkey to play Pong with its mind. This is interesting. You posted this link, and I watched the video, and I thought this was probably like the coolest shit ever. So basically, I'm going to read a quote here from this is from Gizmodo.com. Neuralink, the secretive neuroscience startup co-founded by Elon Musk. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was co-founded by him. Has been even more quiet than usual these days. That is until this week when it released a YouTube video of a monkey appearing to play the classic video game Pong with its mind. The Neuralink device recorded his brain activity, monitoring more than 2,000 electrodes. Researchers could also interface the device in real time by pairing their smartphones. The monkey literally plays Pong with its mind, which is crazy. So we'll try to post the video, right, as we're talking about this. Mm-hmm. But it is fascinating, right? Because they have, first of all, they started off with the monkey just playing with the joystick, right?
To train him to
train him. Exactly. But once they got him trained, they actually disconnected the joystick, and the monkey is still using the joystick as if he is controlling it with the joystick, but he's not. He's actually controlling it with his mind. Like, that's fascinating. That's crazy, right?
It's insane. Like, he literally, like, obviously the joystick was like a placebo. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's all in his mind, but it just goes to show you how the brain works and how your mind is like constantly like working. You know what I mean?
It's insane to me, but because like, okay, like how does it connect? Like, obviously it pairs to your smartphone. But, like, how did they make the connection between his mind into Pong? I guess using the, you know what I mean? Like, that is crazy to me how it's, like, it's able to capture that. And this is a real thing. Like, this is going to be something that's going to, I don't want to say a couple of years, but in the future, we might be old in whatever. But,
for sure,
like, people are going to get implants into their bodies of being able to do this stuff.
Right. Well, the reason for this whole thing that they did was basically to help people with paralysis and people who have lost limbs, right? Yeah. So they can potentially gain control with using their mind. So I think this was pretty cool. So I'm glad you posted this, and I just thought it was pretty cool. It was a little cool topic to talk about.
And it's going to be awesome to see with the combination with the Neuralink with prostheses.
Prosthetics.
Yeah. Prosthetics, right? Because they're going to probably be able to make it where like they're going to seem like actual limbs now, where it's connected to your brain. Like, I want to move my finger. The Neuralink is connected to that prosthetic, and it will be able to move that finger right then and there, as if you had your finger. And even
the monkey was literally doing that. The monkey was controlling Pong with his mind, and I mean, granted, he was using the joystick to kind of like give you that placebo effect, but he associated the joystick with him moving the Pong game, like the video game for Pong. So that's powerful, right? Like you're telling me that his mind, the monkey's mind, is controlling every aspect of what you're seeing on screen. And I think that is huge for us as well, because if you're able to do that and kind of associate that with the human brain, I think that's going to be like amazing. I feel like that's
Oh
going to be
yeah,
crazy.
definitely medically, and for people that are disabled, like this is huge for them, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm very happy that we're getting this technology, or at least we're working on it. Now, do you see like normal people, like as far, I don't say normal, but you know what I mean, like people that have all their limits and stuff. Do you see people just like getting an implant on their brain and just being able to like use their smartphone with their mind? Do you just see that like a
I think it can happen down the line. It's going to be way past our time. I feel like I don't think it's going to be.
You know what I mean?
anything.
Like if you want to like turn on, if you go walk into your smart home, right? You get your smartphone and you have
want
it
to turn
attached
on the
your
light. You
Neuralink.
just think about
You
it.
just think about it and you turn on the TV, you just think about it. But then like
That's too easy. That's too easy. Life will be so fucking easy if that's the case.
but then like how do you stop it from like, you know how you have like racing thoughts and stuff like that? Like I don't know, like it's
I know what
crazy
you
to think
mean.
about. But do you think it's gonna happen? Do you think you're gonna be able to control
Like
your
if I
house,
if
your
I
mind?
just envision myself slapping you for some reason, but I didn't really want to slap you, would I like have the urge to slap you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
With my prosthetic limb.
oh
obviously.
yeah. Like, would you just like, yeah? Would you do it? Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So
don't know, man.
again, we'll probably see an early variation of this in our
Yeah.
lifetime, but it's gonna be a long time till this is like an actual like thing that people are adopting, like implanting Neuralinks into their brain. You know,
Put a chip in me. Just put a chip in me. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I don't know. Give me like one of those Android, you know, like in Cyberpunk where they get people to like
Yeah,
see,
they just insert it in their like on their temple and
you
just
can
kind
see
of like
people's power
you
levels.
see like a map and shit. Yeah, that'll be cool. Man.
All right.
You have a GPS. You just insert it into your temple, and then you can just where you're going. Like you see like the road map in your head. It's fire.
That's like that's like other level shit, man. I don't know. I don't even want
Back
think
to
about
this though, I didn't know Elon Musk was the co-founder of this. That was pretty cool.
That guy's doing everything, man. He's trying to go to space.
Yeah.
He's a visionary.
I mean, yeah, he is
He is.
100%. I think this is it was just a cool video. If you don't care anything about this, at the very least, watch the video. It's just cool. It's just cool to see a
sick.
freaking
Yeah.
monkey just doing its thing and playing Pong, probably better than me and you. You know what I mean?
Do you think if we got Neuralinks in our heads and we play Call of Duty, we'd play Call of Duty better?
Yeah, 100%. You're right. Yeah, I think so. We played last night, and I did significantly better than the night before, because I was doing straight garbage the night before.
Did I tell you
that would definitely help?
I played singles afterwards, like after I think.
No,
we
you
got
didn't. You know why? No, you didn't, because I thought the same thing. I was like, I want to text Rob saying, "Oh, I played singles and I won." Did you really though?
No, I really played singles.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I played
Did you
singles.
win?
No, it's
Oh.
it's so much harder. It's so much more. It's harder, and you get more annoyed because you
die so
freaking
fast,
Johnny from like out of the bush, it just comes out of nowhere. You're just dead. Like there's no.
and you can't
crazy.
come back. I mean, you have a gulag.
You get gulag, but like after you
Once,
do that, you're
that's
dead.
it.
It's
You're done.
It's hard. So
Yeah.
anyhow,
That's funny. Yeah. So I think this is cool. Again, check this out. It's on gizmodo.com if you want to actually look at the full article. But we'll be posting the video here as we talk. Topic number 3, Aloy arrives in Fortnite. Not much to it. Aloy arrives in Fortnite, which is pretty cool. This is from the PlayStation blog. There's a bundle, which is kind of weird. I didn't know there was a bundle. But so all items in the Aloy bundle will be available individually. But the bundle includes the Aloy Skywatcher loading screen, and as an added bonus, additionally, anyone who owns the Aloy outfit and plays Fortnite on their PS5 will unlock the Ice Hunter Aloy style, based on the Bannock Ice Hunter outfit from Aloy's premiere adventure. Quick question: if I play Fortnite on my PC, can I still download Aloy, or does it have to be on my PS5?
I feel like it's on PS5. I feel like it's
That's
like one of those
bullshit.
exclusive things, right?
But it's tied to your account.
Yeah, I think you might have to buy it on. I would imagine they have it everywhere. I don't think they have.
If anyone knows, just please comment on the
Yeah, I think
description there.
I think it's just on the store, like the Epic store. You buy it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below because I have no idea. And I was thinking about this as I was driving to work too. I was like, I wonder if whatever. So complete in the Aloy Cup for a chance to unlock the Aloy bundle early. In the Aloy Cup, you and your duo partner will compete to be the last team standing. But the twist is that you'll get bonus points for elimination with a bow. Players are able to compete in 10 matches in the region's 3-hour time window, and the specific timing for each region can be found in the Compete tab in-game. Full rules are available in the Fortnite website. This is cool. I told you, I think I texted you and Caleb. I'm like, yeah, they got me. This is what will bring me back to Fortnite. And we talked about that in previous episodes where like they do this thing where you're like so close, like they grab you, they grab your attention, but sometimes I just don't go in.
Yeah,
this time I'm in.
It's funny with Fortnite because I'm like, it's just a skin. Nothing changes. It's not a full character. They don't have special abilities. It's just a skin. But then if they put Snake from Metal Gear Solid, I'm in it. If they put Dante from Devil May Cry, I'm in it. Like they put Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, like I'm in it.
Yeah.
So
and I don't know. I know this doesn't do much for you. Maybe you should try the game out and see. Horizon will be probably a good addition for you to play.
Can I download it off your PS5? Can you?
I don't think so because mine is a hard disk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No,
Thank you for all the games yesterday, though. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, motherfucker.
That's
That's all right. I'm good because we're getting Ratchet and Clank soon. That's gonna be all you, my guy. That's gonna be all you. We got Resident Evil. We'll see what happens there. Resident Evil comes out this month, right, or next?
You already bought it, right?
No.
Okay, I'll buy it. There you go.
The fuck! I didn't buy it. I bought what else? What did I buy earlier?
Raya. No, not Raya.
No, King Sort of a K.
I don't remember the cool game. The new cool game. Yeah.
The cool indie game. Kina, whatever.
Kina in the Forest or something like that.
In the Forest. Yeah. So you're welcome. So start playing those games. They're a blast.
All right.
So this is a cool addition. I'm excited. This doesn't say when it comes out though. So
today.
Oh, it drops today. Like today, as in
now.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Like now.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire. All right. So I definitely want to try this out soon. So maybe this weekend we could play.
Yeah, I'm down. I don't think I'm going down to.
We gotta play on PS5 though. That's the reason. That's a chance to play PS5 then.
Yeah, I'll play on PS5. I got one, so
let's do it. Yeah. So all right. So before we go on to the next topic, do you think they will add any other like PlayStation? Because I've noticed like Sony's really kind of going hard with Epic and Fortnite. Do you think they're gonna add any other like characters from Sony's team?
Yeah, they will. They always add. It's just a matter of who and when. I think everyone is playing nice with Fortnite because they're like it's just the game
biggest game
in
the biggest game
playing
right
it. So again, I don't know. The only people that haven't played nice, Nintendo.
Because it's Nintendo, man. Like Nintendo
no,
doesn't
I don't want to
give
say play
a
nice,
fuck.
but like Nintendo's like they're in their own world doing like
they're doing their own thing. They're like, yo, we don't need to worry about any of these suckers. We have Smash Brothers. Like, leave us alone. That's what they're thinking about right now.
Yeah, well,
like you have Smash. Like you can add all your games plus everybody else's games that want to come in to their game. You know, I'm surprised there's not a Fortnite character in Smash. Don't let that happen, please. I don't want that. But I'm just saying.
You just spoke it into existence.
I just pissed off a million fucking like Smash players.
Next character revealed this summer, Fortnite dude.
Oh man, yeah. No. But I think that for Sony to like they've added Kratos, they've added Aloy. I can't imagine them adding anybody else that's kind of like Sly Cooper would be cool, but it's not really a thing that I would.
It's got to be like a humanoid person for it to work.
For sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. This is cool though. I'm excited. I can't wait. And I think the reason why I'm excited for this is because I just finished playing Horizon not too long ago.
I gotta play.
And
I hear good things. So
it's cool. And so I enjoyed it. I got really close with how how Aloy the character is, and it was great. I'm glad that it was one of the few games where I played it in the beginning when it first came out. I dropped off hard, and then I came back to it, and then I actually beat it and I enjoyed it. So it was cool. Topic number 4, Nintendo unveils new blue Nintendo Switch Lite. This is from Kotaku. The new blue Switch Lite, due on May 21st, is blue in the way the purple GameCube is purple. That's to say, vaguely, while somewhat open to interpretation. It's obviously blue, as the GameCube is obviously purple, but is it really? Maybe. So, nothing crazy in this topic, right? But Nintendo just announced a new Nintendo Switch Lite, and surprisingly, it looks like the GameCube color. So, is it blue or is it purple? What do you think?
It looks like the GameCube color. Oh, like it looks like that GameCube, like purple. That's what it looks like to me. I liked what they're doing with the Switch Lite. I don't know if you see the image here on the dock, but like this kind of gives me a call back to like Game Boy Color days. Remember how like they had all those different colors? Like I'm pretty sure most of those colors were on the Game Boy, minus that gray one. I don't think there's a gray one, but I like that they're getting fun with the colors again. Yeah,
I love the variety of them, but I mean, I like the Lite. I just think that I'm more of a guy that plays their Nintendo Switch docked, so this obviously doesn't appeal to me that much. But I can also see it myself buying a Switch Pro and then using my Lite as my go-to, like go wherever I want type of, and then leaving my Pro at home.
Yeah, if I didn't have a Switch like right now, like if I didn't buy one day one, I would probably have the Lite. I would probably like if I didn't have one at ready. I think anyone who doesn't have a Switch now, I would losing out right now. I would just go with the Lite. Like don't worry, because that's what it's mainly for. I feel like the majority of people use their Switch on the go.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm just the weird one that plays docked, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Joy-Cons though, because I don't prefer playing the game that I'm playing with my controller like sliding all over the place. So maybe if I had new Joy-Cons, I would feel more inclined to playing it on the go. But as of right now, I'm like, I'll just keep a dock and I'll play with my controller.
Do you think we're getting any new colors for the regular Nintendo Switch? I think you're done.
I don't think so.
Right? You think they're working on the bigger and better one?
Yeah. I mean, this looks clean. Like all these colors look clean.
I love
even the peach
image.
one. Like it just looks fire. They all look dope.
Okay, what's the best color?
It would have to be, for me, either the gray or the purple or blue, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I'm mixed between the gray, purple, and that light blue. I kind of like that light blue. I don't think I'd buy that light blue personally because it's kind of like not me, but
yeah.
The gray is almost too like plain,
basic.
So but I think they need another color in there to like. They're very like spring colors.
It is 100%. That's what I thought. That's the first thing I
pastels.
thought. It reminded me of Easter. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're Easter colors. So maybe throw in a red in there, like a bright red or like a green, something like that. If you get a green one, I'm in.
Oh, you're in for sure. If they give me like a nice dark blue or a red, I'm in. I love the red. Like the Mario one looks fire. Yeah.
What's the worst the color you think there?
Yellow.
The yellow. The pea yellow.
The pea yellow. That's fucked up. No, someone right now watching it or listening to this that has a fucking yellow.
They're on like, YouTube on their yellows.
Yeah. They're like, what the fuck? Why are you disrespecting me right now? Like, come on now. It's probably my least favorite. I think the purple. Is it purple or is it blue? Like, this is going to piss me off. Like, is it purple or is it blue? I think it's purple.
It's fucking purple.
It's purple.
It's purple. It's not blue. It's purple. Watch. If you actually, like, looked at the color it actually is on, like, the color wheel or the color spectrum, it would be, like, blue. It would be, like, on the blue
closer
side.
to the...
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But it's purple. It's a purple Switch.
It's purple. I don't care. Regardless of what Nintendo says, it's purple.
You know what does suck about this, though? There's one thing that sucks about this.
What?
Is that I kind of miss when consoles were fun colors, right? Like now when you get a console day one, it's black, white, like PS5. And I mean, historically,
I'm trying to think of what other console had different colors.
GameCube, Nintendo 64, they all had fun colors. They had the see-through ones and stuff. But
Nintendo did that shit.
But Xbox had like a light green, like a see-through green Xbox.
They had a see-through. Yeah.
And then Sony had the silver PlayStation 2, the black one, and there was a white one that had a white PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
So like, I wish they kind of like did more fun things with the colors again. You know, remember when you were getting a GameCube? They had bright orange, they had black, they had silver, they had purple.
Even GameCube, or I'm sorry, the Game Boy Advance, when they had like I loved like the yellow Pikachu one, and they had like the green, the blue, the red. Like they had so many variety of colors there. Like it was fun to just pick them out and see which one you wanted.
Yeah, I would like it day one though. Like I don't want to like buy my thing.
That's the thing.
Like
they
2
don't
years
do
later,
that.
and they come up with a new color. And like fuck, but now I like.
Well, and that's what I like about the PS5 right now, because they have like the faceplates. So if Sony can really go in on those faceplates and kind of actually make a like a whole lineup of different like faceplates for them, at a reasonable price, of course, like that would be crazy. That would be dope, because I think that they would sell like hotcakes for sure.
How do the faceplates go on? Is it the front of the PS5 or is it the sides?
It's the both plates.
The fins.
Front,
I call them fins.
Yeah, front and back. Yep. You just plop them off. You just like
okay,
snap them
yeah.
off.
Really? That just pops off?
Yeah, it slides off. You just like slide it a certain angle and it slides off.
Okay, that'd be dope then. Then it's like, all right, now
you customize them however you want. You can have
exactly.
like cool different ones.
I think they're gonna make a ton of money on that.
They should. Well, I don't know if they're even gonna think about doing that. Like,
well, they did that.
There's already
Xbox
third parties.
360. Remember, you would pop off the faceplate, but then it didn't really work. It was just that piece, and
it's like, dumb. Yeah, that was just a tiny piece. But this is the whole entire console, so that could be different. But there's already third parties that are doing it, so you can essentially get one if you wanted to.
We did an article or a podcast on one of our topics. There was a company that was making the PS5s all black like the PS2s.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they stopped like doing it because they were getting death threats from because of the pre-orders or something. I forget what it was, but yeah.
Crazy stuff, man. Speaking of PS5 though, topic number 5, the new PS5 update includes improvements to the HDR and 120 hertz support. This is from The Verge. Sony's new PS5 software update is live right now and includes some surprising improvements to HDR and 120 hertz support. While Sony already detailed a big new feature to let players store but not play PS5 games on an external hard drive, Sony is also supporting more PC monitors with 120 hertz in this update. If you have a 1080p PC monitor that supports 120 hertz, it should now work at this refresh rate with the PS5. Unfortunately, the VRR support is still missing on the PS5 though. So a couple other things that this update includes is cross-generation share play, requests to join game sessions, improved game base, new trophy settings and stat screens, customized game library, and a bunch more. You can check theverge.com or even the PlayStation blogs to see full details of the software update. So pretty cool, right? Like we both downloaded it, and nothing too crazy for us. Like I don't think it's mind blowing, but
it's so new. Yeah,
it's still good stuff. And I think the big feature here is the fact that you can play PS5 games on your external hard drive. That helps you save space.
You can't play them. You can just.
I'm sorry. You can store them, but you can't play them. You're right. Thank you. So that's great because you can store them and you can save a lot more hard drive space right now, because right now the hard drive space for PS5 is tiny, right? So it's good that we can at least kind of move the games that we don't necessarily need and just kind of put them to the side, put them in a hard drive, and then
exactly.
use them later.
Install them and stuff like that. It's just, you think like 825 gigs like 4 years ago was like, oh, it's a decent amount of memory, and now it's like nothing. You filled it up. Call of Duty and like 3 other things, and that's what it is.
It's like, crazy. Like the PS3 when it first came out, it had 60 gigabytes. 60. That's wild.
That's
right?
not even like exactly. Most games now are like that much,
and
at least.
More.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy that how big games have gotten in the past few days. That's why like when I download an indie game or something, or like I'm like,
you appreciate
like
how
you
appreciate the 14 gigabyte space. You're like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is cool. I think that there's a lot of kind of neat features in this update. Not something that kind of brings my attention is the cross-generation share play, something that I didn't really use on the PS4, but this is cool that they brought it back. So essentially, and like for example, like how you steal my games and shit, and you're stealing all my shit. Like instead of that, if you were like a nice human being, I can actually just cross share like my screen to you, and you can play with me instead of stealing my shit. You know what I mean?
I didn't steal your shit, man.
I gave it to you. Right?
You gave, and I went shopping.
I was like,
That's all
yeah,
I
sure.
did.
You went shopping.
I literally went through your library. I'm like,
Ooh,
in case
I
you
like
don't know
this.
what like me and Kelvin are talking about is you can if you sign into another person's PSN account on your PS5 and you go through the options stuff like that, you get access to their entire library and you can basically download all their games. But you can only do it with one other person, I think. Right.
Right. Yep.
So.
Yeah, but this is cool. So like, let's say I had a game that I don't know you were kind of too iffy about. You didn't know if you wanted to play it. Outriders, right?
Outriders, yeah.
Let's say if I had Outriders, and you were like,
wanna
"Oh,
try
let me
it."
see what you're doing," and want to try it out. We can essentially just play the game together without you actually having the game.
So we could actually like I could go in second player and just like start playing it.
I mean, unless the game has some restrictions, but for the most part, yeah, you can play the game with me, or you can watch me play the game as well. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Cool.
So that's a cool feature. And then customized game library is kind of big to me. I like customizing. I like kind of organizing things more, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like everything is just all over the place when it comes to like the library. There, you have like
I don't
some
like
games
the way
that
they
you
do
play.
library. Like they kind of, it's just like okay, here you go, boom, and it's just like
Yeah.
I feel like it could definitely.
So this helps you customize your game library a little bit more. You kind of move things around, shift stuff around, and also what I don't like about the interface is the trophy settings. Like everything there just seems like it's way too big. I feel like the tiles are huge, and it's side scrolling instead of like just showing me vertically. Like I want it to be more vertical. Why am I watching things horizontally?
They've kept that like that same interface since like the PS3 days. That like really tiny like.
Well, the settings, the way it is laid out is fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
but I'm
because
talking about the trophies.
it's vertical, right? You can see it, but
Right, but in the trophies, if you go into the trophies, everything is horizontal, and it's hard to like find what you're looking for. Especially everything kind of like looks huge. It's zoomed in, so it's like, all right, now I gotta like try to find this trophy, but I gotta scroll through this sideways. Like it's just a pain in the ass. I don't know.
Do you know if Microsoft's is better or worse? Do you know if Xbox's interface is? I hear mixed things about it, so I haven't used it myself.
I haven't tried it. I don't know. I've only used Game Pass on PC and stuff like that.
It's just fine. Game Pass is fine. So
yeah, it's great. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is a step in the right direction for sure. And there's gonna obviously be more features along the way. So I'm excited to see what they give us. I'm waiting for them to, kind of give us more information on the external hard drives that they are making, the SSD drives, right? They haven't said anything about those. In this update in particularly, they said that they're still working on it. So report back soon.
Well,
but that's it.
You gotta do it sooner or later because there's gonna be more and more games to download. So.
Yep. I'm looking at Resident Evil and Ratchet and Clank soon. So.
Yep.
But yeah.
I'm thinking.
So guys. What's that?
I was gonna say I'm thinking about getting Devil May Cry Special Edition for PS5. Even though I beat that game like 3 times already, I kind of wanted. We'll see though. We'll see.
Psychopath. Well, everyone, thank you for watching us. This has been another episode of Project State Gaming Podcast. Thank you guys. Game of the week again. Post every Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Our podcast post every Fridays at 12 p.m. Give us a like, give us a share, support us on social media. And let us know how we're doing. Again, any comment, any information that we get from you guys is helpful. Any closing thoughts, Rob?
No, I think that's all. It was a good episode, and I got nothing right now. But yeah, let's see what we have in store for next week.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and until next time, see you guys.